Welcome back to Sips and Rips. Today we'll be ripping 2025 Bowman Chrome Mega Box, pairing it with a 2024 Goose Island Bourbon County Stout. This video is coming out around Thanksgiving time. Every Black Friday, Goose Island comes out with their new Bourbon County Stout, the variants. Last year was pretty good. Last year's kind of formulation had a 14.7 ABV. It was aged 16 months in Buffalo Trace, Heaven Hill, Four Roses, and Wild Turkey barrels. Let's get a little pour here. So this one's been aging for about 1 year. Typically, it's been kind of described as a fudge, caramelized sugar, vanilla type of flavor. Like I said, every year they come up with variants. Last year, particularly, my favorite was the vanilla rye. Definitely like the vanilla flavoring in stouts. Looking forward to this year's kind of rundown. Has heard that's pretty good, especially the prop blend. Kind of has a strong cinnamony flavor. Chocolate praline and cherries jubilee is kind of interesting as well. But got a good pour here. Not much of a head, but it is a very dark kind of motor oil looking stout. Let's take a sip here. So after 1 year, you definitely feel like a lot of the booziness from the bourbon barrels has kind of died down a little bit. It's definitely very chocolatey. Yeah, the fudge kind of comes through. Overall, very good. I enjoy their Bourbon County Stouts every year when they come out. I always try to grab a couple as long as I can, and maybe some of the variants. So we'll see if I can get any this year. Let's open Bowman Chrome Mega Box. Opened one on the channel, if you recall. Didn't really get a whole lot from it. Did get a laser parallel of Big Tiger's prospect. You can go back and take a look. As a reminder, you do, for some reason, it's kind of an odd, but packs are separated. You do get 2 Mega Box packs. These are kind of the main draw. These packs will have your variations, the parallels, possible autos. These regular packs, you may get a red rookie, which can be redeemed for Fanatics cash if he won the Rookie of the Year. This year, Nick Kurtz and Drake Baldwin. Otherwise, you can get your classic good rookies. Let's start opening. Let's see what we got. Julio Rodriguez, Zach Wheeler, Yamamoto, great World Series. Then we got our first Bowman, Juan Cabada, and Labert Aponte. So Bowman Chrome, as we discussed last time, big prospect heavy. Not only that, but big international prospect heavy. Every year there are a couple people to chase. This year, Josuar Gonzalez, Elian Pena are the ones I'm particularly looking for, in addition to Raynel Rodriguez. The other one is a drafted prospect, actually not international, but from the Orioles, Nate George. He's a very late round draft pick, about a 16th round draft pick, but has really kind of came on and has got into some top 100 consideration. So we do have a laser parallel, but before we take a look, let's take a little sip here. Yeah, like I said, just chocolatey heavy, so it's heavy, especially with the 14.7 ABV. Would be very hard to drink a whole lot. You wouldn't want to, but it's very good. Let's kind of save that laser for last. Got Brett Bateman, Spencer Giesting, and the laser parallel, Tommy White. So he was a relatively high prospect for the Athletics. Let's take a look here. We can see he was actually a first round prospect, 22 overall, to the Athletics. Pretty good hitter. So actually not a bad laser parallel to get after all. First Bowman's there. 3 more packs before the Mega Box packs. Will Warren, C.J. Abrams, Mason Wynn. Jesus Made, one of the top prospects, I believe he ranks second overall. Definitely in the top 5 by Baseball America. Just the Brewers seem to churn out these international prospects like they're going out of style here. Carson LaGrange. Especially at his age, he's 17 or 18, listening to Baseball America's podcast. Shout out to them. His exit velocities are extremely high for his age, and he's got a lot of promise. Julian Barreto. So again, I talked about Josué Gonzalez. He's the Giants. He's one of the top prospects. Again, he's very young, has superstar potential. David Corono, and a laser of Pedro Cute. Not super familiar with this guy. Looking on the back, born in 06, so he's very young. Signed in 2023 by the Arizona Diamondbacks. And Baseball America has him ranked as the 24th best prospect. So definitely for these laser parallels, it's good to get in a first Bowman, because first Bowman, for those that don't know, it's their first Bowman card ever. Just for comparison, Jesus Made, his first Bowman was in a regular 2025 Bowman. That lineup was stacked with Jesus Made, Kevin McGonigal, JJ Weatherholt, along with Luis Pena, Made's teammate actually. So Kyle Tucker, Salvador Perez, Bryce Harper, by Justice Bigby, and Ronnie Cruz. So no red rookies in those packs. So let's open up our Mojo Parallels and see what we got. Before we go any further, let's take another sip here. Yeah, definitely very good. I'm looking forward to grabbing some of the 2025 ones. Can you let me know down in the comment section, what do you think about the Bourbon County Stouts in general? What do you think about the 2025 lineup? Additionally, let me know what you think about the 2025 Bowman Chrome. How good's the lineup do you feel? Looking forward to any of these guys kind of come up. Probably not soon, because like I said, they're all young international prospects, but definitely with a lot of potential. So Braylon Eastro, Jackson Churio. So again, a mix of players in the pros, veterans, rookies, and the first Bowman. Ching Young Cole. So one thing to note, we didn't pull any base of his, but I don't know about the Mega Box parallels. However, his base cards, they're not short printed, but if you kind of look, there's not a lot of them out there. The theory is that not a lot of them made it into packs. So if you have one of his cards, definitely kind of, if you plan on selling it, don't just take the first offer you get. Kind of a base Mojo pack. Let's see what we have in the second one. Moises Ballesteros, kind of a good rookie for the Cubs. Definitely kind of pitcher only, but not bad. Libertz Aponte, Matt Shaw. Before we look at that insert, let's look on back. Paul Skeens, always a good one. Kind of best pitcher in baseball, really, at the moment. And this is Meteoric Rise, one of the inserts. Can be just as hard to get as some of the parallels. So let's see what we got. Jesus Made. You can also get these in parallels. The earth can be different flavors, and it'd be different colors, be numbered up here. So Jesus Made, like I said, one of the top prospects in baseball. So overall, not too bad. Not upset with what we got. The price point for the Mega Boxes, when you pick them up at the stores, can be a little pricey. At $50 a box. Secondary market, definitely, $60, $70 a box, so it's going to be very hard to get. But overall, like I said, a very fun product. You get the lasers and you get the Mojos, and you can hit some really cool cards. Definitely would recommend. As far as the Bourbon County Stout, definitely recommend it if you're a big stout guy or gal. When they first come out, they are pretty boozy. They age, that kind of mellows down, the burn mellows down, kind of get that fudge chocolatey flavor. Definitely enjoy it. So let me know what you think about both releases. Let me know what you think about 2025 Bourbon County Stout. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and let me know how you guys are feeling. Until next time, sip and rip responsibly.